When you're the listing agent of a relocation listing and you receive an offer, you need to make sure the relocation company is aware. Typically, the transferee is the one that needs to make that call and speak with this counselor to make sure he understands, she understands what their policy covers, what expenses are covered. In most cases, the customer is going to verbally negotiate the offer. The customer should never sign any part of the contract or accept any money directly from the buyer. Once the contract is all negotiated and verbally agreed to by the customer and the buyer, then the written contract should be submitted to the relocation company for signature. Before submitting a written offer to the relo company for seller signatures, you need to double check the following with the TREC contract, the seller's addendum, the disclosures and such. On the TREC contract, the seller's name should be the relocation company name, not the customer's name. The title company is the seller's choice. The relo company will have or should have given you the name of their title company ahead of time, whether it be with the listing package or in their relocation addendum that gets attached to the contract. But again, the title company is the seller's choice. So make sure you have the correct title company identified. For the survey on item 6C of the TREC contract, even if a current survey exists, the relo company will not sign Form T-47. This means in most cases that the title company and the title insurance people are not going to accept that current survey. So either the seller or the buyer are going to have to buy one. So you need to get that straight going into the contract. So make sure the appropriate box is checked. Make sure the parties understand who is buying a new survey. Paragraph 22 of the TREC contract. Make sure the other box is checked and the seller's addendum and additional paperwork that are attached to the contract are properly listed. Paragraph 23 of the TREC contract, the termination option. It either needs to be stricken or just not completed. Relo companies, corporate sellers do not agree to the termination option. They will not agree to an unrestricted right to sell, and they don't want money exchanging hands prior to closing. Additionally, as far as the termination option goes, a lot of buyers agents get nervous when they see that the termination option has been canceled. They think, oh my goodness, I don't have any way of getting out of the contract if there's something wrong. Typically in a corporate seller's addendums, there is verbiage, there is language that gives the buyer the right to inspect the property, but it does not give them the unrestricted right to terminate if for whatever reason they don't like the property. Be sure to include any third-party financing addendum, HOA addendums, and whatever other addendums that should accompany the contract. Make sure they're included. Make sure a current lender letter is included with the contract, and be sure the terms of the lender letter match the contract terms. If the contract calls for a purchase price of $300,000 with 80% down, make sure the contract matches that. Don't provide lender letter matches it. Don't provide a lender letter with a purchase price of $280,000 when the contract price is $300,000. That is a sure way to get the contract rejected by the relo company. Be sure to include a copy of the earnest money check. Be sure to include all the buyer signed initial inspections, disclosures. With those inspections and disclosures, the transferee will have completed a disclosure and signed it as the seller. The relo company will have completed or actually stricken through and signed a disclosure as a non-occupant seller. So make sure the buyers initial the disclosures completed by the transferee and make sure they sign as buyers the ones completed by the relo company. Once the relo company has all the needed paperwork, they will sign and return the contract. It typically takes 1 or 2 days on average to get back to them.